My name is Natalie Mello, and I'm running for a seat on the Select Board for Fairhaven for several reasons. I am convinced that this town needs to start moving forward in a unified way to recover from our financial setbacks. Doing that requires leaving the past behind and working in a collaborative way to get all boards, committees, and commissions working together for the common good of all Fairhaven. And 6 more of those reasons have names and are my granddaughters. I want to be a role model as they grow up. I want them to know that they can have an impact on their local community and can make a positive difference. I believe I can do that by serving on Fairhaven's Select Board. As you know, we need to hire an excellent town administrator who knows how to manage a town out of our financial situation. My experience in searches for executive-level positions prepares me for this responsibility. While Director of Global Operations at WPI, I participated in a search for the Dean of Undergraduate Studies. When I served as a school committee member for the Wachusett Regional School District, we hired a new superintendent. And as Vice President for Programs, Training, and Services at the Forum on Education Abroad, I hired several high-level positions and participated in the search for a new president. My career has trained me well for the upcoming search for our new TA. I am committed to fiscal accountability and transparency. Having worked for nonprofits my entire career, I know what it means to stretch a dollar and to work within a budget that can't be increased by charging more from clients or raising the price of a product. In my service on the boards of many nonprofits, including the Roach Jones Duff House and Garden Museum in New Bedford, where currently I'm the president of the Board of Trustees, this lesson has been driven home time and time again. My experience in collaborative problem solving is an asset I can bring to Fairhaven. While serving on the school committee in the Wachusett region, we were faced with a 50-year-old aging high school that served 2,000 students serving 5 towns that badly needed replacement. This project had been attempted a few times before and had failed. During my time, we collaborated with the town governments of each of the 5 towns to address this issue. After listening to the concerns of all, we successfully proposed a solution for renovation and addition to the current building with a price tag of over $70 million that passed 5 different town meetings. I am the product of an excellent public education, as are all 4 of our sons. I understand that a key democratic responsibility is to fund public education at the level that is needed to responsibly educate our school children. We must figure out how to drag Fairhaven from the bottom of the net school spending list in Massachusetts without compromising current programs while also paying our educators what they deserve. I recognize that the proven way to promote growth in a town our size is to invest in education. In the short term, an excellent, well-funded school system will attract families to settle in Fairhaven, where they will contribute to the local economy. In the long term, investing in public education provides municipalities with numerous benefits, including a skilled workforce, a more engaged citizenry, and a stronger economy, ultimately leading to a more vibrant and prosperous community. There are opportunities for Fairhaven to work collaboratively with other towns to regionalize services that needn't be replicated. While some of this exists, like the Mattapoisett River Valley Water District, there are more prospects. Acushnet is looking to regionalize their school system. This could be a win-win for both Fairhaven and Acushnet. Perhaps we could explore ways to utilize our existing resources, like our DPW vehicle maintenance shop, for the use of other towns while generating revenue to benefit Fairhaven. Solutions like these capitalize on existing resources to Fairhaven's advantage while freeing other towns from trying to duplicate services that are already available to them here. Approaching hot topic issues with an open mind, listening to all sides, and making decisions based on factual information and Fairhaven's current bylaws are essential to moving forward in a productive way. I have been meeting with various town department heads, not to tell them what I will do for them, but rather to listen to what their concerns are. I understand that if elected, I will be one of 5 Select Board members. Understanding the role and responsibilities of the Select Board, I vow to listen, research, and learn so that I can help identify the best solutions for Fairhaven. I respectfully ask that you vote for me on April 7th, a vote for positive, forward-looking change in Fairhaven.
Hello, I'm Rick Trapillo, and I humbly ask for your vote to join the Fairhaven Select Board. With years of business leadership, financial oversight, and executive hiring experience, I am eager to bring practical, result-driven decision-making to our beloved town. Fairhaven is a $63 million municipality with approximately 700 employees, full and part-time. As a business executive and entrepreneur, I have built businesses from zero revenue, managed payroll, hired teams, worked with banks, and ensured profitability. I am rooted in hard work and values as I was raised by hardworking parents, the son and daughter of Polish immigrants, in a 3-family tenement with 5 siblings and 1 bathroom. My parents' frugality taught me discipline, hard work, and responsibilities, values I carry to this day. Your vote for Rick Trapillo matters. I was raised to respect our seniors, who make up 25% of Fairhaven's population, and to build a safe, prosperous future for our children. I have experience that matters. I have built a successful career in business leadership. My background includes, I have earned my master's in business administration, which opened the doors to allow myself leadership roles in Fortune 100 companies, such as Xerox Corporation and Honeywell. I have led the Asia-Pacific region as president, based in Tokyo, Japan, for a global, privately held corporation. As executive vice president and general manager, I led an integrated factory supporting the Americas in New Bedford. You have elected me to our planning board, where I served with 100% attendance. The planning board nominated me to serve as your commissioner to the Southeastern Regional Planning and Economic Development District. I was also nominated to serve as your representative on the Fairhaven New Bedford Harbor Board. I am most proudly a husband, dad, grandfather, coach, and a proud member of the St. Joseph Parish. I have a clear plan for Fairhaven. Our town deserves strong business leadership. If elected, I will work diligently with my fellow board members to hire a highly qualified town administrator. This leader will partner with the Select Board with clear performance goals, reviewed quarterly. I will ensure that the costly hiring mistakes, like the unexplained $600,000 departure of the previous administrator, do not happen again. I want to stop wasteful legal battles in Fairhaven. Fairhaven taxpayers should not bear the cost of unnecessary litigation. Our historic high school should not be a battleground over a storage shed. Instead, we must focus on pressing needs like education, supporting teachers, first responders, and improving our infrastructure. Investing in our schools is crucial. Today's children are tomorrow's leaders. I will fight against unnecessary tax increases. Every resident feels the burden of rising costs. I firmly oppose the Municipal Empowerment Act, which allows local boards to increase taxes further. Instead, I will lead efforts to secure Fairhaven's fair share of Massachusetts' $9 billion rainy day fund. This fund generates $400 million in interest annually. The interest alone could provide over $1 million in recurring financial support for Fairhaven, money that belongs to us and is needed now. I am a business leader that listens and a leader that leads. I will continue building my regional efforts to stop waste dumping into our coastal waters from neighboring New Bedford. As a coastal community, our children, our shellfishers simply deserve clean water. Fairhaven deserves leaders on our select board who are business qualified, to be financially responsible, who listen, act with transparency, and respects residents' trust. I am prepared to provide that leadership. I respectfully ask for your vote. Please, let's work together to build a stronger, more financially responsible Fairhaven. My name is Rick Trapillo, and I request your vote.
Hi, everyone. My name is Brenda Lee Smith, and I am truly honored to announce my candidacy for re-election to the Fairhaven School Committee. This past year has been an incredible journey. I had the opportunity to advocate for ongoing communication, academic excellence, and financial stewardship. I stepped into this role to complete a departing member's term, and from day one, I poured my heart into this work, making real progress for our schools and our community. But the work is far from over. I'm just getting started. There's still so much to accomplish, and I am more committed than ever to seeing it through. So today, I humbly ask for your trust, your voice, and your vote on Monday, April 7th. My hope as a school committee member is to see Fairhaven thrive as a cohesive community where educators and families and local leaders work together to foster an environment of academic excellence, personal growth, and shared success for all of us. And with that in mind, I am so extremely proud to share that we are the first district in the Commonwealth to receive accreditation, a milestone that has been years in the making. I have seen firsthand how everyone, from the superintendent's office to every aspect of school life, works diligently to foster a culture of support, innovation, and growth while empowering our students to reach their highest potential. It's an outstanding achievement for our district, and I couldn't be more excited for what's ahead. I'm also so proud to share that our high school earned the highest honor of School of Recognition from the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education. In fact, all of our schools met or exceeded state expectations, another great achievement made possible by our incredible administrators, educators, students, and families. And you know, our students are truly remarkable. Their ability to ask thoughtful and insightful questions is a testament to our passionate educators and engaging families. What I've come to admire most is just how much our school community loves our kids. Some of our faculty have been serving for over 20 years, an amazing legacy that reflects the strength of our values and the unwavering commitment to each other. Beyond these inspiring moments, I've been honored to support critical programs that directly benefit our students and families. I proudly voted to establish the Family Center Hardship Fund, ensuring that families in need have access to essential resources. I also supported our DECA students in attending a leadership and entrepreneur conference in Boston. But my passion for education goes far beyond my role on the school committee. Several years ago, I founded Stop Abduction, an education program that provides students from kindergarten through college with safeguard tools to redefine who a stranger is, trust their instincts, and make informed decisions based on solid facts. I've also provided training for superintendents, principals, and school resource officers while working alongside federal, state, and local law enforcement to protect and educate vulnerable youth. And beyond education, my experience as president and CEO of Amel Technology has given me valuable expertise in corporate budgeting and project management. But I have to say, above all, my greatest joy comes as a mom to my 4 incredible children who inspire me every day with their adventurous and pioneering spirits. Friends and neighbors, I have asked the important questions to shape the best solutions for our students, teachers, and community, and I will continue to do so with your support. So today, I humbly ask for your vote on Monday, April 7th. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kelly Ochoa, and I'm running for a seat on the Fairhaven School Committee. I am here today to give you some information about me, let you know where I stand on the issues impacting our schools, and to ask for your vote on April 7th. I have lived in Fairhaven for over 25 years and have reached a point in life where I have more time to give back to our town in a way that I know I can make a difference. I am a mom and a teacher with 30 years of experience at the middle and high school levels. In today's world, it is more important than ever to have an educator on the school committee, someone who knows how the system works, best for all involved, staff, students, and administration. Today, it is harder to be a teacher, and it is important that the school committee have an educator's perspective when making decisions. The role of the school committee is to guide our school system. One of the best ways they can do that is to work in partnership with all stakeholders: parents, teachers, students, and administrators. Having an educator who is also a mom on the school committee adds a voice to those discussions that have been missing for many years. We have excellent schools in Fairhaven, but as the budgets get tighter and tighter each year, maintaining these great schools is only going to get harder and harder. Having excellent schools is what draws families to move to Fairhaven. That in turn increases our property values and permits us to improve our budget, and therefore improve our schools. Any improvements we can make are a win-win for the town. At times, our school committee has been accused of not being open or transparent. I promise to keep the lines of communication open and to respond to any questions as promptly and openly as I can. In this day and age, it is easier than ever to keep the town informed about what is occurring in our schools. I pride myself on always responding to parent calls and emails within 24 hours, and I pledge to do the same as a school committee member. I also pledge to be as open as possible and keep the public updated with actions that we are taking and issues that come before the committee. Isn't it time for a teacher to be on the school committee? One who knows the system, is dedicated to the town and to our students, and who understands the importance of open communication? I hope you will consider voting for me on April 7th. Please join me at one of my listening sessions or find more information about my campaign by following me on social media. Committee to elect Kelly Ochoa.
Hello, Fairhaven. My name is Patty Pasella, and I kindly ask for your vote on Monday, April 7th, for a seat on the school committee. I grew up in Fairhaven and am a proud Fairhaven High School graduate of 1987. I consider myself a good candidate who is knowledgeable about how Fairhaven works, as I was employed by the town for a little less than 10 years total. I started my career in the planning department, went to assessors, and then ended it in the building department. I am an active Fairhaven community member. I am currently on my second-year term of the Finance Committee, have been on CPC, the Town Government Study Committee, and am a town meeting member. I am a member of the Fairhaven Rotary Club and have been a past president. When I commit to something, I put myself in it 100%, learning, listening, and am not afraid to ask questions. I am choosing to run for school committee because it will allow me to learn more about net spending per student, collaborate with our neighboring communities to learn from each other and share resources, and I think I would be a great resource to parents. If you have or have had children in our district, think back to when you were first dropping them off at 5 years old and how scared they were entering this big building, but also as a parent, how scared you were. My child has special abilities. Trust me, the fear for a parent to put their child at 3 years old in early intervention through the school department is much more frightening. And sometimes, most of us in this elite club, as I call it, are always scared with tissues on the ready as we try to navigate what the best situation and education is for our child. As we all know, we learn differently. As parents of special ability children, we learn things like IEP, 504, in other words, it's an education for us as well. And if you think about it, at 3 years old, our children have already experienced quite a bit. My experience with my child is unique, and no situation is the same, but I feel that I could be a great resource to all parents who just want the best for their child and welcome them into the Fairhaven school system. If you have been watching the school committee as of late, you know there is a potential for federal funded grants to be cut. Most of those grants support special education teachers, paraprofessionals, a clerk, and a school psychologist. Title I would have a huge effect if we were to lose any of that federal funded grants. What do we do then? I have recently had the opportunity to be involved in the Southeast Family Leadership Program. It's made up of families who are parents in the elite club I spoke of earlier. We have been meeting once a month for the last 6 months, and we are learning to advocate, be transparent, and communicate the best opportunities for our children. I have no problem advocating for funding for Fairhaven. I would hate to see Fairhaven lose any grants, especially ones that put our most vulnerable at risk. And that is something I would be fighting for. The more I learn about net school spending and the fact that our teachers are the lowest paid in our area, I cringe when reviewing the town's budget. If there is money out there for departments to be fighting against each other, then we need to consider not understaffing our teachers. There are very good teachers in our district leaving for other districts. This is the time Fairhaven needs to step up and ask questions, do a deep dive of the town's budget, and hold everyone accountable. In our town, 40% of the school's student population are considered low family income. Let that settle in for a minute. Fairhaven's high needs population has increased. When we say high needs, do you automatically think that means special needs? In our case, in 2025, students with special abilities made up 18.3%. Astoundingly, 40% of our high needs student population are low income. I'll say that until you hear it and understand it. This is not the time to say school departments always just want more money. Our teachers, our students, our professional staff in the school department needs each one of us, town leaders, FinCom members, voting members, need to ask questions and learn from each other rather than fighting with each other. I'm Patty Pasella, and I ask you to vote for me on April 7th for school committee.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kathy Melanson. I am running for re-election to the Planning Board, where I am currently the chair. I am humbled to have been elected by you, my fellow residents, for the past 2 terms, and I kindly ask for your vote again. I was born and raised in Fairhaven. I am a wife, mother, grandmother, and a great-grandmother, and I'm also a businesswoman. I bring years of business management knowledge, experience developing business plans, and leadership skills to the town. In April of 2023, with the resignation of the Planning and Economic Development Director, I chose to volunteer my time and service in the office to assure that the department's daily business would continue without interruption. I worked in the office daily, meeting with potential applicants, answering questions, and guiding and directing them through the process. During the 4-month vacancy, I worked together with the building commissioner, successfully creating a streamlined permit process. We instituted a business-friendly approach program, which involves pre-meetings with the applicant along with the pertinent town department heads. This process enables the applicant to understand what is required for their project. Each requires different approvals. This common sense approach saves the town and the applicant months of unneeded expenses, costly delays, and valuable time. The program has been successfully implemented, allowing applicants to start in a timely manner. In April of 2024, the director position again became vacant, and I rose up to the challenge, ensuring no delays in the daily operation of the town. In my tenure, Fairhaven has seen important changes in our bylaws. 2 of the changes made were the state-mandated ADUs by right and the 40R overlay districts. This will bring needed housing and economic growth to our town. The Planning Board over the years has developed specific guidelines and rules to ensure these projects bring growth to Fairhaven in a responsible way. These movements will not be swift, but rather achieved over time, ensuring thorough review of the projects as they arise. I believe we must continue to be proactive in our guidance and to assure that we honor the characteristic of our historic town, so Fairhaven will always be that special place to live. As a member of the Planning Board, I participated in the creation of the 2040 Master Plan, which is the town's vision for future growth. Together with other departments and boards, we will continue to work on the town's vision. In the future, the town and the Planning Board will be addressing items as infrastructure improvements, bike corridors, and future enhancements in the development of Route 6 corridor, along with other projects featured in our master plan. I have been working on the Planning Board for 8 years. This invaluable experience has given me an understanding of past projects and plans for future growth. Continued experience and guidance is needed on the Planning Board to address the new growth changes. Being retired has afforded me time to dedicate my energy to the town, volunteer on many committees and boards. Currently, I serve on the Planning Board, Economic Development Committee, Charter Committee, Capital Improvement Committee, Rogers Reuse Committee, and I am a trustee for the Riverside Cemetery. This year's town election ballot has several contested races which will affect the future of our town. I'm asking that you vote be based on proven leadership, understanding, and working knowledge of the Planning Board. I strongly believe that I have demonstrated this through my past 8 years. I am a firm believer we must listen to understand, as well as understand and follow the appropriate bylaws. It's important to me to be an independent voice. This is and has always been my pledge to the residents of this town. Thank you for taking your time to listen and for being involved. Your voice is important. I respectfully ask for your vote to re-elect me, Kathy Melanson, to the Planning Board on April 7th.
Hi, my name is Miles Grant, and I'm asking for your vote for Planning Board on April 7th. I hope to bring a fresh perspective to the critical issues facing our town. The decisions we make now about what and how we build will define Fairhaven for decades to come. As the father of 2 young children and a homeowner, I'm running for Fairhaven Planning Board because I want to make sure our decisions are debated thoroughly, decided correctly within our bylaws, and guided by a vision for sustaining Fairhaven as a vibrant community and a wonderful place to raise a family. Over the last dozen years or so, I've been able to volunteer my time and get involved with a range of causes and community groups. I'm a member of the Fairhaven Livable Streets Committee, the New Bedford Science Cafe Steering Committee. I'm a trail steward with the Buzzards Bay Coalition. I'm a volunteer with the South Coast LGBTQ+ Network, and I'm a coach with Mariner Soccer. Fairhaven faces our share of challenges, but I believe that by tackling them proactively, we can turn those challenges into opportunities. Our Route 6 corridor was built in a bygone era of malls and big box stores. It's time to update that corridor for today's needs. We've taken the first step forward by creating the 40R zoning overlay. Now, I'd like to help make that vision become a reality. At the same time, we face a statewide housing crisis. Whether you're talking to college graduates or to older adults looking to downsize, they're finding their housing choices are both limited and expensive. Here in Fairhaven, our population has actually shrunk, leaving businesses with fewer customers and putting pressure on our budget and town services. We should look to grow selectively, with housing that complements our existing neighborhoods. The Planning Board should also embrace its advisory role on town infrastructure, things like transportation, roads, bridges, and transit. Especially as we build a new Fairhaven to New Bedford bridge and open new commuter rail stations in New Bedford, we'll need to be proactive and creative in providing everyone with ways to get around that are safe, reliable, affordable, and keep our neighborhoods connected. To achieve better policies and improve resident service, we need consistent processes and clear decision-making. Elected officials must be able to debate issues with civility and sometimes have to make and stand by hard choices. And let me be clear here. I think too much debate, whether it's here in town or across the country, is being driven by increasingly toxic social media. Let's refocus on the issues that matter, not just the ones that draw the angriest comments on Facebook. I want to hear from as many of you as I can in person as I campaign across the town asking for your vote on April 7th. Again, my name is Miles Grant, and I hope to serve Fairhaven on the Planning Board.
Dear Fairhaven residents, I'm excited to announce my candidacy for a seat on the Fairhaven Planning Board. As a proud, lifelong member of our community, I am dedicated to preserving the small-time town charm that makes Fairhaven special while promoting smart, responsible growth that benefits residents and businesses alike. Fairhaven is a town with a rich history and a strong sense of community. As we look toward the future, it is crucial that we balance growth with preservation, ensuring that development aligns with our shared vision. If elected, I will work diligently to support responsible planning that respects our town's character while embracing opportunities for thoughtful expansion. I believe in smart growth that prioritizes sustainable development, infrastructure, improvements, and economic vitality while maintaining the qualities that make Fairhaven such a desirable place to live and work. By actively considering the town's 2040 master plan, I will advocate for policies and projects that enhance our community without compromising our unique identity. Thoughtful planning today will ensure that future generations can enjoy the same beauty, charm, and strong sense of place that we cherish now. Community input is essential to successful planning. I am committed to listening to residents' concerns and ideas, fostering transparent discussions, and making informed decisions that serve the best interests of Fairhaven. Whether it's supporting local business, preserving open spaces, or enhancing public infrastructure, I will approach each decision with fairness, foresight, and a commitment to responsible stewardship. I have worked for the Acushnet Company as a senior site administrator for 20 years. I have experience reading plans and understanding building requirements. I would be honored to serve on the planning board and contribute to the shaping Fairhaven's future. I respectfully ask for your support and your vote as we work together to ensure a bright, sustainable, and well-planned future for our town. Thank you for your consideration. I respectfully ask for your vote for Sean Powers on April 7th.
Dear Fairhaven residents, my name is Christina Lopes and I am running for the Board of Health. As a dedicated resident raising my family here and an active town meeting member, I am driven to make a positive impact. With my extensive medical background, I'm confident in my ability to address the unique public health needs of our community. I am committed to ensuring that every resident feels supported, informed, and empowered to thrive. I would be honored to earn your vote and serve on the Board of Health. Fairhaven has been my home for a majority of my life, and now I'm lucky enough to raise my own family here. My husband and I currently oversee the Facebook group Old Town Fairhaven, where we publish town, board, committee events, election information, health and safety tips, and educational information for the town, as well as everyone's favorite, the townwide yard sale. Community involvement is crucial, and I am convinced that we all have a role to play in giving back. As neighbors, one way that I want to make a positive impact is by serving on the Board of Health. My medical background has provided me with an invaluable insight into our community's needs and the ability to navigate complex situations. I'm committed to bringing my passion to the board. My experience in the field has been broad and diverse. I began working in a short-term rehab facility, providing direct care to patients while learning to master skills such as time management skills, training, Alzheimer's dementia training, certificates for infection control, and patient safety compliance with all state and federal laws and regulations, but most importantly, communication. From there, I worked for South Coast VNA here in Fairhaven. Working for them gave me the ability to learn from some of the best in home care. This included PT, OT, licensed social workers, nursing, palliative, and hospice care. And I was fortunate to work with people who were always willing to teach and provide an ample amount of community resources, leading me to be well-versed in our community's needs. While conducting home visits, I observed a diverse range of cases, with many individuals experiencing poor living conditions due to economic hardships, hoarding, environmental factors that were beyond their control. This necessitated an assessment from our local health agent or public health nurse to provide support and assistance. The primary challenges I witnessed were financial constraints, mental health concerns, substance abuse, and a lack of family support. As a member of the board responsible for public health policies, tobacco policies, and other crucial issues, I acknowledge the vital role of supporting our health department staff, and I am dedicated to ensuring that they receive the necessary support and tools they need to excel in their daily responsibilities. As a candidate, I am committed to working collaboratively with each board and committee to ensure effective communication and adherence to our relevant regulations, including Massachusetts general law, the Department of Public Health, and local bylaws. Moreover, I'll work to establish strong relationships with our neighboring municipalities, promoting a thriving community. Transparency and tackling pressuring issues head-on are my primary objectives. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me by email, clopes4boardofhealth@gmail.com, or follow my Facebook page, Christina Lopes for Board of Health. I hope to earn your vote for the Board of Health position on April 7th. Thank you, Fairhaven.